Now, the last time we had a general election in December, George V was on the throne. We had our first FA Cup final at Wembley, hosted its first ever cup final there, and the first ever edition of the Radio Times. I don't know why I was on there twice, but I thought I'd tell you twice anyhow.
With the winter, of course, comes the possibility of bad weather. So a charity has been put on standby in case they need to move stranded ballot boxes, and election officials. Robby West has joined their preparations.
Whatever the weather, regardless of the road condition, this is a group of people who have no problem making their way across the east of England. Norfolk and Suffolk 4x4 Response are volunteers who use their all-terrain vehicles to help the local community.
Well, we've helped out during the tidal surge. We helped out in the north beast from the east. Transport and medical staff turned from their places of work, i.e. hospitals, or taken from hospital to home because they couldn't manage on their own transport.
On Thursday, the country will head to the polls to decide who represents us in Westminster. It's been almost a century since the last December election. Local councils have asked the 4x4 response team to be on standby in case the weather affects transport in ballot boxes after the vote.
The election is normally held where it's warm weather, it's daylight when the ballot box polling stations open, it's daylight when the polling stations close. This time of year it's not, and it could be much harder weather for people to take the ballot boxes back.
For this region, it's unlikely we'll see snow. It's possible there will be some snow across the hills, across northern England and Scotland, but for us, just a lot of wet and windy weather.
And in the evening, when ballot boxes are being collected across the county, what do you expect to happen with the weather then?
Probably still quite blustery into the evening. I suspect much of the rain will have cleared, so we're left with a few showers, so more in the way of dry weather by the evening, but still some fairly strong winds.
A general election is arguably the most important event in British democracy. This group of volunteers will be behind the scenes, making sure that everything runs smoothly, whatever the weather has in store. Robby West, BBC Look East.